Alright, we got a no heat call here. We've worked on both of those houses there up on the hill before. And this call here is, you see that flue pipe sticking out of the roof right there. There's a gas furnace in this shop here. And they do all kinds of work. Not sure what all they do, but they have one of the race cars that we sponsor. So let's go in here and see if we can get them some heat. All right. Yeah. So there's our furnace up there in the air. So we're going to have to find at least a 10-foot step ladder to get up there. She's gas. All right, let's see what we can do to get up there. It's one of the race cars. This is not the son's car. I think this is the one his daughter drives. Pretty cool looking. All right. I had one step ladder. That ain't gonna make it. That's an 8-foot. I don't think a 10 would. I was able to stand on that and get my head above where I could see in the furnace, but they already had the doors off. Somebody else did. Boy, you talk about light duty. Look at this thing. One of those ladders where you, this is fixed, it doesn't ratchet. Leaning on that airline up there. Not so sure I really want to be on that, but you know. Anything for the race team. Let's take a couple things up there with us. All right. I don't see an actual crack in that igniter. Usually you can when they're white like that. You usually see a busted spot. Also don't see a light. I also don't see an LED at all on this board. There's red and white. All right, so we're gonna listen. Okay, now we see 3 blinks. And now we heard a click. Here comes the igniter. So I wonder if we're gonna get gas. Yep. Must have a blower problem, or maybe there is no problem and just turning the power off and back on made it light. Possibly a thermostat problem, wherever that's at. Somewhere down there. Comes the blower. Ah. That don't sound good. Hear it? So it's either locked up or we're gonna get lucky and it just needs a cap. Let's get up there and find out. All right, so it's one of these old jewels. The old shaft through deal. And she spins really free. So we might get lucky enough. The cap is bad. I don't think my 8-in-1 is gonna fit. So, let's figure out a way to get that off without climbing up and down again. You can see the top of that ladder is barely past the wood. I don't want to go up and down that no more times than I have to. But this thing's spinning free like that. We might just be able to put a cap on it and get it back going. That was laying up here. Can't get it in there very well. Just gonna get it loose. Alright. Now, on a very rare occasion, one of these things will hold a charge. I would certainly not like for it to be one of those times where it did, and we're way off up here. (10 UF). She's a little puffy. So I bet you that's it. MFD. On the trusty old SC77 that I really like. Man, this thing is dead as a doorknob. Zero, nothing, nada. It don't even know that we're trying to read it. All right, 10 UF. Let's go find one of those. We should be back in business. Certainly hope so, and it looks like it. Hate to have to do much else up here. Ain't no fun. All right. All right. And brought little Junior back with me, so it won't be so difficult to put it back in. Tell you what, I think this one might be bigger than the one we took out. These are a pain to get back on. There she goes. All right. If I'd leave that, take it back down for him, I guess. Sure hope she fires right up, and I really believe it will now, because I don't want to pull this blower out. And obviously I don't have a shaft through type with me. Doesn't look like it'd be terrible to get out if I had to. All right, let's start it again. Should have left my jumper on it. But that's a habit you don't want to get into. I know everybody knows the old story of leaving the jumper on inside the cabinet and leaving the job. And there you are. All right. Hopefully, quick, simple fix, and we're out of here. There's the burner. So at least we didn't hit the limit when we burned it a few minutes ago. Any minute